Oh my gosh. Bob had a baby, it's a boy. Jeez. What's going on? Skip it. Skip it. Normally I play the intro, let's be real, because I'm not ready yet. And started the stream 1 minute ago. So, Bob had a baby, it's a boy. What was that from? That's an old school cell phone commercial, I believe. Cell phone commercial. Matthew Vargas, hello. Candy, Boss Hog, Pete, everyone, Alex, Barbara, Fish Tank Barn with the first deuce of the live stream. Thank you, my friend. How's everyone going? Dude Fish, Curtis Schindler, Easy Goer Guy. That's a good name. Easy Goer Guy. Wow, Bob, I was vibing to that song. Well, I can show you where to get it. Was it? Oh, 1-800-COLLECT? That makes sense. Something, obviously, some type of phone commercial. Bob had a baby, it's a boy. Jamie, hello. Lori, hello. Joe, Sandy. If I miss you, it's not personal. Casey, hello. Janice, Ram, Phonic. Well, I gotta say how frustrated I am about putting fish in the pond real quick. I know I ran about this every week. But it was so cold this morning. Our furnace actually turned on here, and we have our thermostat set to like 58. And I woke up, the dogs were under the comforter, the heat was going. I don't think I'm ever getting fish outside this year, ever. Yeah, so it's pretty frustrating, but I do have a nice package here to open. That I got actually yesterday, but I forgot to open it yesterday. So I'm going to open it today, and wouldn't you know it, it is from the Aquarium Co-op. This is an interesting size box here. Hey Bob, I took down my 2 biggest tanks yesterday. Probably going to take the other 2 down soon. I just don't have time anymore. It makes me sad. Well, Brian, I think we all get there at some point in this hobby where, you know, life happens. You just don't have time. Got to take down tanks. Yeah. The way 2020 is going, definitely not getting fish in that pond. Yeah, I do have gold white clouds in one pond, but that's it. Curtis said it's going to be almost 90 here. I don't even think it's going to get over 70. I'm gonna look right now. It's 55 degrees right now. Tomorrow is gonna get even colder. Well, at least it's gonna be in the upper 60s for the foreseeable future, which is ridiculous. It's July. What the heck? It's stupid. Joe Campbell, thanks for dropping another deuce. I appreciate it. Do you think I could plasti dip the back of my tanks while I set it up if I tape everything beforehand and cover the tanks with plastic? Or is it a recipe for disaster? Could I plasti dip the back of my tanks while set up? Oh, I thought you meant while setting it up. I'm like, well, that's when you should do it. You definitely could. You're just going to have to be extra cautious. Oh, excuse me. If I tape everything and cover the tanks, yes, and I would add... And Andrew, I wouldn't uncover it. I would keep everything taped until the plasti dip is cured and you don't smell it anymore. That way you know it's not lingering around in your atmosphere. Glad I'm in the south. I'm in Alabama. Hot and a lot of thunderstorms here. Yeah, I'm about ready just to move to Arizona. I'll have like 150 degree tubs year round. I don't know. Maybe not Arizona. Maybe even farther south. Ecuador. Punchy paints 81 degrees there today. That's what I want. That's all I want. Turn off air pumps too then? I would. Definitely. And obviously monitor your fish really well. Just watch them. Currently 90. It's already 90. It's only noon there. That's ridiculous. Send some of that heat my way. I know Chris Jobs Aquarium Tanks has been complaining about I wouldn't say complaining, but posting heat memes like crazy. Alright, I'm gonna reuse this stuff. This is why I like getting stuff in the mail, because I get packing material and I can rekeep it, reuse it. Ooh, look at all these goodies. So a little backstory. I messaged Corey after my last live stream. I don't have. Anyways, the black aquarium co-op I have is the second oldest co-op hat, and it's getting pretty beat up. So I messaged him and said I need to come down and buy another hat one of these days. And wouldn't you know it, I got some hats in the mail. I got 3 hats in the mail. So let's see. I got the black one, the black Flex Fit, which is the one I needed. I've like I said, my other one, I've sweat a little too much in it. It's getting a little gnarly. And oh, this is the one I've been wanting for a while. The Murphy hat. The Murphy hat. Uh-oh. This one's dented. This one's dented. The blue one. Now, I'll be honest. I only asked for a black hat. And now I got 3 hats. Oh wait. And the beanie. It's a beanie as well. And for some reason, he sent me 25 feet of wrapped in green aquarium co-op airline tube. Well, all right. All right. What else is it here? I don't even know. Finally, being a YouTuber has paid off, I guess. Oh, look at this. Oh, I got all these. Oh man, green screen is the worst. I got apparently a Cardinal Tetra, a Murphy sticker, an Angel, upside down, and a Discus. Oh man, how many of these are there? Discus, a Betta Fish. Oh, I like this one. This is my favorite. A Stirby Corridora. Not only a, well, maybe I assume it's a Stirby Corridora, but it is yellow, which is weird. Well, look at that. Lifetime supply of aquarium co-op hats. I don't know. It's only what, 3? But here's the thing, though, guys. Like, I have the most weird, like, odd-shaped head, and so only these hats fit. Now, I'm not only aquarium co-op hats, but only these right here. The Flex Fit Extra Large. This is the only hat that really fits my head. Any other hat, like a snapback, doesn't work. Anything like that, they just look awful. So I have a large collection of hats that don't fit. Curtis Martin with the $2 super chat. Thank you. Fish Room Fever dropping a deuce. Thank you, my friend. Curtis Martin. I guess we could consider that the double deuce. Maybe. Or maybe you just got to do it twice, and then that's the double deuce. So thanks to Aquarium Co-op. I'm excited to... Oh, man, this one's dented, too. That's all right. That stuff's easy to fix. When you have a giant forehead, it just pops it right back out. I love me a Flex Fit. Yeah, they're by far the best. By far. They last the longest, too. They do. I gotta clear off my... I don't like all this clutter on my desk. I much prefer it on the ground, where it's not in my immediate space. Alright. So, yes. 4 years of being a YouTuber has paid off, and I got 4 free hats and a bunch of stickers. And some airline tubing for some reason. Alright. There's got to be a story behind the airline tubing, right? Candy, what's the deal with the airline tubing? Why did I get airline tubing? Now the dogs will eat the paper. No. No. They don't eat. The only paper they eat is paper towels. I don't know why that took so long. Paper towels. Used paper towels. Now, see, when 800 people message me on my phone, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Nope. Nothing important. Good. All right. Bob asked you 2 weeks ago about a canister anyways. I went with the Cascade 1200. I'm loving it. And it was cheap. Joel, where did I see that somewhere? I feel like you said that. My microphone stand is broken again. The Cascade 1200 is probably one that is on my list if I was to get one. Jobs Aquarium Tanks, dropping a deuce. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I was just talking about you, as a matter of fact. I designed that airline tubing package. Oh, so I should keep it forever. Designed by Jimmy. So, you designed a plastic bag? You're earning that high dollar salary already. Danny, good morning. Dragon Lair, hello. Jimmy, what's up, buddy? Oh, and I missed another Deuce Fish Room Fever. I mean, it is, I will say this. It is the nice, the nicer tubing that I like. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. But there's like that thick, rigid, I don't know. I just like it when it's bendy. It's bendy full. So at least it's the silicone tubing, but you know, I don't know. I find that there's like, am I crazy? But I feel like there's 2 different types of airline tubing in the hobby. I think he sent the airline tubing because it's a new product. That's kind of what I was thinking. I actually hadn't been on the Aquarium Co-op site in a pretty long time. As far as like, normally I go there specifically for something like gift cards. When I give away gift cards, I don't actually look around on the site. So I was kind of figuring it might have been new, but the second deuce was from Job, not me. Yeah, I got Chris in there. Oh, Chris is Job. Chris is Job, in case you didn't know. I love the matte black. Yeah. Yep. The only way that I used to be able to get black airline tubing is to buy the CO2 tubing. I could never find black like in the cheap tubing. So that's pretty cool. Roadhouse Double Deuce. Yep, that's it. That is it. The Dalton. The Dalton is such a good movie. We've talked about that a few times here. So yeah, well, that's all I got for you. So you know what? Stream's over. See you later. Have a good weekend. I got nothing left. Ha, just kidding. All right. Can't keep eyelids open. I'll catch the rest on the replay. Thank you, Pete. I'm not sure where you are, but clearly it's not anywhere near me. Bob, any plans for the 4th? I am going to pick up fireworks later today, and we always have a big family shindig every 4th. It is my second favorite holiday. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it. It's the nicer, soft silicone instead of the stiffer PVC. There we go. It's very underrated. What are you talking about? Jimmy's favorite color is green screen. You know, I'm actually surprised that they don't have... Maybe I shouldn't say this because I'm going to sound like an idiot if they do. A green Aquarium Co-op hat. Is there a green one? Oh, gosh, I hope there's not a green one. Otherwise, I'm going to sound like an idiot. James, I will get to that comment in just a second, but thanks for the $2 super chat. Where do I even? Okay, no green hat. Whew. Oh, the mug would have been cool. Oh, man. I didn't see the mug last time I was on the site. Oh, and I didn't get a clown loach decal. Oh. Or a stingray decal? What? I got gypped. I got all this free stuff, and I didn't get this for other stuff for free. Man. Ew. Hey, Duke Nukem. Howdy doody, Macaroni. Haven't seen you on here in a while. Good to see you. Mike says, I'm less than 2 hours away from you, Jimmy. Yeah, I think Mike's taking probably everything. I think lime green mesh back. I do have that hat. I do have the lime green and mesh back. But I want this one, or I could just you say the one I'm wearing in all green. I actually messaged him to get a new red one too, because this one's starting to get beat up. But apparently, like, this is the only red one in existence. There's two, one of two. I didn't realize it was so rare, but I don't know. I want a green one. What else do I want? I want I don't know. I do want a green one though. Green one works for the Seattle Sounders, so I feel like we need a green one. I mean, it's kind of like Seattle-ish based, right? I gotta run for now. Have a good day. Thanks, Vince, for stopping by. Curtis Martin with the double deuce. Thank you, Curtis. Dude Fish, I think we'll do the same with New 100 Gallon. What are your thoughts on Glow Bristlenose Plecos? Amazing and citrus. I saw a post on Facebook, and I didn't know if it was real or not. They didn't look real. It looked Photoshop. If it is in fact true, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that Glow. Well, first of all, I'm not a fan of Glow anything, strictly because I don't like the way they look. And I'm sure the amount of testing that has gone into making them glow is ridiculous. I'm sure a ton of fish have died while they try to figure that out just to glow. I don't know. I'm just not a fan in general. Matthew Vargas, 500 pennies towards some M80s and mortars. Yeah, we don't get M80s out here anymore. But we do get mortars. And the biggest we get is 500 gram fireworks. 500 gram. Oscar with the $3 Merry Christmas Lost in Time. Boy, sorry, buddy. I hope you find your way out of that. Jeez. Screw that Glow Pleco. Now they went too far. I mean, why aren't they doing like Glow Shrimp? Or, I don't know. I feel like Glow Shrimp would have been a lot easier. Glow Amano Shrimp. Just because Amanos get so large. Glowfish, honestly, should be banned. Forget Glowfish, just get rainbows. Scary Terry, I'm right there with you, buddy. Absolutely. Are fireworks illegal there? They are illegal in my town. Definitely Seattle. It's probably... I think there's only one town by me where they're legal, and then also in unincorporated areas of the county, it's legal. So, Fish Tank Barn says, I'm a big fan of the cake fireworks. Yep, those are pretty cool. Some whiskers do, whiskers don't, with or without the scooter stick. What? Oh, man. I don't think Glowfish are going to go away anytime soon, and it's just going to keep getting worse. The real question is, what's next? Glow... What kind of plecos are they using? Just the common pleco? Glowfish, albino, bushy nose, pleco. Well, there you go. At least they're using bushy nose and not common or sailfin. Some of the most abused fish in the hobby. Bob, what's your favorite derpy firework? The ash curly smoke, or the ash curly snake, or the smoky joint? I don't know what it is with my eye, but it itches. It must be dry. I don't know what the Smoky Joe is. I'll tell you, as a kid, I loved the tank, even though it never moved. It didn't do anything except blow up. Maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know. Favorite? I don't know if you can consider this derpy, but the Saturn missiles are, I would consider them derpy because they're just, I mean, what do you do with Saturn missiles? They go everywhere. And I love getting like the big ones. I did tell my family that I'm not spending any money on fireworks this year, though. So, you know, got no money for fireworks this year. Anyways, the $2 super chat. Any news on the new car channel? I have 2 videos done, and I think I'm gonna wait till I have 4 videos done, and so I get a good month of videos. But it'll definitely start this month. So it's gonna be a mix of like cars that I have, and then just cars in general. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Obviously, I can't make a YouTube channel about cars I own because I own 3 vehicles, so it's not going to get very far. And one of them's a Jeep Cherokee. Like, who cares? Toyotas are lame, Bob. I highly disagree. I think all trucks have their pros and cons. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to get a lame duck vehicle these days. I mean, just manufacturing in general is just too good. They're definitely out there, though. My normal problem with Nissan and Toyotas or any of the Asian trucks is I don't fit. I really want an FJ Cruiser. I've always wanted an FJ Cruiser, but I don't think I fit. I've sat in the Toyota trucks. I've sat in the Nissan trucks. Forget about it. The Xterra, the Frontier. I mean, my knees are in the steering wheel. With the seat all the way back, like, I can steer with my knees. That's how bad it is. It's awful. The Toyota is a little bit better, but the Tacoma anyways. The old, like, early 80s Tacomas, I got all the room in the world. I fit in those, no problem. But the new stuff... And so I'm afraid that an FJ Cruiser would be the same. But I need to go sit in one. Man, I have been spending too much time outside because I got mosquito bites everywhere. And they're very annoying. Matthew Vargas says, last year I did $1,200. Year before that, $1,600. This year I did $100. Very cool, but it's literally lighting your money on fire in the sky. The only reason that I would do it is because it's family. I would never go, I'll never admit how much I've spent on fireworks. It's too much. But, yeah, the only reason I would do it is because it was family events. Like, my family is there, and we'd put on a show. So, it'd just be me and my dad. Every year we pick up fireworks. Except this year I told him, you know what? Kind of started my own little thing here. Got no money for fireworks. Got to be responsible this year. Toyota Tundra, bigger pickup truck, looks more roomy. Yeah, the Tundra is a waste of money, though. Let's be real. Gotta go. Present time. Take care, everyone. See you later. James, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for dropping the super chat. I appreciate it. Hey, Bob, we need to talk. I don't see any new emails from you. So, yeah, just email me. Curtis Martin says, I spent $15,000 repairing my 03 Ford Exploder over the years. Next vehicle will probably be, well, I don't know. 03, first of all, you should never buy a Ford Exploder, no matter the year, ever. I guess I'll take back what I said about it's hard to find a junker these days. I was invited to a private fireworks show that had 30,000 in fireworks. Yeah, I did it 1 year. I did professional fireworks shows 1 year. And then just lost track of the guy who was doing them. So 1 year I got like 6-inch mortars. I'm talking like 5,000 gram cakes. It was insane. I know you want the new Bronco. It's probably pretty sweet, but I can guess it's insanely overpriced and underpowered. I don't know anything about it, but if it's anything like the Ranger, talk about a letdown. Anyways, that's enough about cars. So it is getting released this week. I just want to make sure I have a good backlog of videos, so that I don't just make like one video and then run out of time, and then it's another month before I make another one. So it'll be just like a compilation of the new car I just bought, some compilation videos of other cars, and blah 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 blah. Whatever, it's cars. It'll be fun. Niece smacked a deer with a nearly new Mitsubishi 4x4, and they totaled it out. What's this week's fish video about, Bob? It's about rainbow fish. Rainbow fish. It's certainly not about putting fish outside, I can tell you that much. Maybe the snails don't glow? Duke Nukem says, question for you, please. How's the turtle? Have you moved her outside? Nope. Still inside. She's living in a 90-gallon tank in my fish room. In my fish garage. John McClain. Ooh. Hi, Bob. I'm upgrading my 55-gallon male peacock tank to 100 gallons. Any tips on the best way to heat it? A 100-gallon tank, depending on what your ambient temperature, like your room temperature, I wouldn't do more than 100 watts. So if you need 200 watts to heat it, I would do 200-watt heaters. If you only need 100 watts to heat it, I would use 250-watt heaters. So however many wattage, whatever it takes to heat it, I would divide that by 2 and get 2 of those heaters. Just in case one gets stuck on, which they do a lot, it's not enough power. One of them isn't enough power to fry your entire fish tank. That's Joe Dirt. Bob don't like David Spade. Yeah, I just don't think he's very talented without Chris Farley. What are you gonna do? Better go pick up a red spot 7 from my LFS for my cichlid tank. Pretty pumped. That is a fish I have never owned. Gonna be setting up a 55-gallon. Really interested in roseline sharks. I've heard different advice putting them in 55-gallon. Would love to get some rainbows in there too. Any advice? I will tell you, I don't know that I could do 55 with roseline sharks long term. They are somewhat slow growers, so you can get away with them in a 55-gallon for a while, but they get pretty large. I mean, I've got 2 that are probably in that 6 to 7 inch range, and they actually get pretty fat over time as well. And when you see a fish like that size, like just swimming back and forth in a 55-gallon, to me, it doesn't look like they're having very much fun. When they're almost as wide as the tank, and then you got to figure there's going to be decorations and plants, whatever, it can get kind of cramped. So yeah, I mean, I'm just not a fan of the 55-gallon in general. I would much rather see them in a 75-gallon. And I know it's only 20 gallons, but it's a huge difference. Seeing like rainbow fish, roseline sharks, fish like that in a 75 versus a 55 is a huge difference. I used to really like, when I first got into aquariums, I really liked 55-gallon, just because, oh man, it seems so big and it's so cheap. But now at the $1 per gallon sale, and I don't know if you have one of these where you are, the $1 per gallon sale, you can get a 75-gallon for $100, and it's night and day difference. Right now, my roseline sharks are in the 240-gallon that's going away. But man, I couldn't imagine putting them in a 55-gallon. But like I said, they're somewhat slow growers, so they'll be just fine in a 55-gallon for a long time. When I first got my roseline sharks, the very first tank they were in were a 33-gallon. So, I mean, you get time though. You get time, and everyone always upgrades, right? once you're in this hobby and you make it past like the first 6 months, you're gonna get a bigger fish tank. That's just inevitable. Curtis says, I've got 40 Hillstream Loach Fry in my 20-gallon mono tank. That is amazing. That's really cool. Barbara says, what was candy? No fireworks this year. Danger, fire danger. California is always on fire. What are you guys doing down there? Alex says, you got to talk Corey out of those mini musk turtles for scientific purposes. Yeah, I'm actually going to be getting some eventually. I have a 2001. Ramphonics says I have a 2001 Tacoma because it has more legroom, and I'm 6'2". Curtis says, $1 per gallon here only goes up to 55-gallon. Where I'm at, it only goes up to 29-gallon. And then the 40s, 50s, and 75s are half off. And that still makes the 75-gallon 99. Gary, I did get that last email. Whenever you're ready, just let me know. Whenever you're ready. Obviously, it's too late this week. But, yeah, let me know whenever. James says, Rust, Relics, and Revivals subscribed. Yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm going to be not pushing that channel a lot, but it's going to be fun. You know, it's always different. I mean, I've been doing fish for like 4 years, so it's always nice to make videos about something else every once in a while. What else? So would you recommend rainbows in a 55? Yeah, like the 40-gallon long is in my opinion the smallest for rainbows. Now again, it depends on what type of rainbows. Praecox rainbows, goiter rivers, kamakas, pseudomcgills, things like that can go in like 40s in a 40-gallon breeder. But rainbows specifically, there are some rainbows that get to that 6-inch range, but again, they're like slender, so it works out a little bit better for the slender tanks. Oscar with the $2 super chat. Happy New Year. Back to the future. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. You're catching up fast. It was Christmas. Now it's New Year's. Pretty soon, you'll be at the 4th. You're ready now. All right. Well, we'll do it next week because obviously, it's too late this week. Blown Red 68 says, Blown. I got my 75 at Bridges, $1 a gallon a few years ago. So Bridges is a full service pet shop, meaning they have dogs, cats, birds, everything, right? They used to have $1 per gallon sale all the way up to, what was it? Maybe it was 75. It definitely wasn't 90s because the 90s get really expensive. So maybe it was $1 all the way up to 75. And then they had like insane discounts on tanks larger than that. And they did that sale twice a year. I don't know if they still do because I don't really get with Bridges anymore, but it's a pretty good place to get tanks. They always have larger tanks as well. So if they're in Snohomish, Washington. Pretty decent place to get tanks when they're on sale there. Mike Jernick with the deuce. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. My local store sells 75s for $100 all the time. My wife hates that place. Yeah, I can get them for $100 anytime. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, $100 is wholesale price on 75s. So if a place is selling them for $100, they're not making any money. 90s go on sale. Every $1 per gallon sale is half off and are $1.99 half off. Yeah, my Petco just got a 90-gallon tank in for the first time. It's $399. So they're definitely for the half off sale. But I can get them cheaper than that. Joe, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Dropping a deuce. What else we got? I got some aquatic. Oh, hey, aquatic ma. I got some guinea pigs for my shipping skills. What? Wish me you're shipping guinea pigs? I got some guinea pigs for my shipping skills. I'm confused. Chevy Fish says, Jimmy Gimbal, are you still here? Jimmy Gimbal. Chevy Fish says, I'm going to request some Luminatus and oh, bad news, Chevy Fish. I talked him into keeping the Madakas. Along with a couple 40 breeders or less without stands. Was going to meet Mike at his house, but found out it is over twice the miles I thought it was. I'm pretty sure Mike is pretty far away, but I know that dude will drive a long ways for a deal. Bob, do you prefer the 90 over the 75? It really would depend on what I'm putting in it. I prefer 75s for planet tanks because it doesn't take as much light. That extra height in the 90 gallon actually makes a pretty big deal. So if I'm doing like I would say like a medium to high tech planet tank, I would prefer to have a 75. Cichlids, low tech plants, things like that, I would rather have the 90. But do I think the 90 gallon is worth $100 more than the 75? No. So that's the big thing. 75 gallon, $100. 15 more gallons, another $100. I mean, really, would you rather have two 75 gallon tanks or 190? Let's be real. You'd rather have two 75s for the same price as 190. Curtis Martin with the double deuce. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Jimmy's about 3 hours from me. Not too bad. Oh, I thought he was like way farther than that. Never mind. I lied. So Chevy Fish says, at Jim Ball, I cannot make the trip. Gotta cancel. Well, that's all right. I'm sure Mike will take everything. Morning, Zen Ginger. Here you go. A coffee. Zen Ginger. Hello. A little sad this week. Decided I needed to downsize my tanks to make things easier on myself. It's gonna be a sad day for me. Sorry, man. We're all gonna get there eventually. You can't fade time. Chevy Fish Tank Barn. Aren't you over 6 hours from me? I can't drive that far. He's in Detroit. So wherever you are, he is in Detroit. I think. Alex says, Bob, how do I get rid of snails in my tanks? Feed less. But I tell you what. Excuse me. Get yourself like a cucumber or zucchini. Stick a fork in it. Let it sink to the bottom overnight. Come out in the morning and all the snails will be all over that thing. And you can just pull them all out at once. Detroit suburbs. All right. Aquatic Ma with the $2 microphone. Thought it was a mic drop. Is there such a thing? I don't know. For some reason, they took away my ability to super chat myself. I don't know why. Like the dollar icon's not even there. It's kind of disappointing. But long term, Alex, I would recommend feeding less. That's usually the main cause of getting overrun by snails. If they have less food, they won't reproduce. Matthew Vargas says, Bob, do MTS come out during the day as well, or is it only at night? Only at night. Zen Ginger, what is this? There's the mic drop. So it does exist. It does exist. Thank you, Zen Ginger. I appreciate it. Let's move this over here. All right. Matthew Vargas with a peach. Oh, I'm not going there. I'm not getting that started. It's bad enough we got the deuce going on here. T-shot, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's go back. I still don't understand this guinea pig stuff. Aquatic Ma. T-Shot says, gotta run, Bob. Thanks for the quick answers. I'll watch the replay. All right, man. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Salt. Booty salt. That's gross. Matthew Vargas with the booty salt. Oh, man. Is crossing wild with fancy guppies a good idea? It's not a bad idea. If it's something that you want to do, do it. It's not harmful in any way, Mr. Billy Brown. So yeah, I mean, if it's something that sounds like fun to you, then do it. It's not bad. Peach salt weights. Peach salt weights. I may have to check you out. I'm only an hour away from Detroit. Charlie is checking someone out. I'm not sure who. Maybe Fish Tank Barn? Oh, man. I need... What do I need? Oh, man. I was watching something, Mike, on your channel, and I was like, man, I need some of those. But now I don't remember what it was. I've kept mystery snails for years. Last month, I added 2 new ones. One of them must have been a female because I have 3 egg clutches now. Mitch, the one thing I hate about mystery snails is those darn egg clutches. They will actually climb out of the tank, go on the back side of the tank, lay them. They'll lay them everywhere. I quit keeping mystery snails because I would find them dead outside of the tank all the time. Like, no, it just was crazy. Even I'm like, I know this lid is like sealed. This tank is sealed, and somehow they'd still get out, and I would find like egg clutches randomly all over the place before they dried out and died. Matthew Vargas with some pink lady, thank you, and the devil, thank you, appreciate it. Dragon Lair says, I have to shower before work. I just spilled my Kool-Aid all over me. I've been there before. You guys remember that fancy keyboard I have? Well, now I just have a regular HP keyboard. So, yeah. Talk about a waste of money. I did send it in for warranty. Hopefully they don't find out that it's water damage. Although they do advertise that it is safe for spills. And clearly it was not. So they better warranty it because it was a $120 keyboard. And I'm going to be pissed. I'll make 18 videos completely trashing Corsair if they don't warranty my keyboard. This will go from a fish channel to a Corsair sucks channel really fast. Let that be a warning to you, Corsair. I'm working on a new guppy line, platinum body and a cherry red tail with black spots. Barbara, you have way more patience than I do. Bob, no way, not even 6 months, and you were so happy with that thing. Yeah, and the very first spill, and it wasn't even a big spill. It wasn't. It was like, so take this bottle. Oh, man, I covered up my screen. Move that back over. And it was probably like that much. That much. I mean, it was tipping over, and I caught it mid-tip, and a little bit splashed out onto the keyboard, and boom, the whole left side of the keyboard was bad. And it advertised as spill-resistant. So, very frustrating. Curtis St. Martin. Boy, what is with you guys today? Not that I'm complaining, but it is just super chat after super chat. A deuce towards the cure for duckweed. All right. Towards a cure for duckweed. Gina French with the $15 super chat. Hey, all. Great to be here and hope you are doing well, Bob. I am doing fantastic, Gina French. I mean, let's be real. Look what I do for a living. How could I not be happy? I kind of want to rant about something, but it's about my family, so I don't want to. Bob, Matthew said he likes your butt. Don't be salty. It's getting heavy up here. But honestly, he just loves you, you little devil. Now, don't be a sicko. And now, apparently, he agrees with you. That is an interesting take on all those emojis. I am certainly not an emoji person. I don't know what they mean. I mean, obviously, like, a salt shaker means salt. But my dad has figured out emojis. And now that's what he texts me, emojis. All that hazard pay with guinea pigs? I don't know. I'm still on the guinea pig thing. Are you shipping guinea pigs? Is this a thing? Like, put a keyboard in rice to absorb the moisture. Well, I do have rice, but I don't have enough rice to do the whole keyboard. I put it in front of a dehumidifier and under the fridge and blah, 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 all the tricks. It is gone now. It has been mailed back. So whatever happens at this point is out of my hands. Except Corsair, if you don't give me a new one, I will trash you nonstop. I will put a graphic on my live stream for the end of time that says Corsair sucks. And Corsair, if you're listening to me, also, I'm just joking. I love your products. You should sponsor my channel and give me free stuff. Is that how you get sponsors? I don't know. I don't know how to get sponsors. I got people to be my guinea pigs for my shipping skills. Oh, okay. Okay, well that makes way more sense. Way more sense. Believe me, she's telling you she's trying to ship fish, and all those will be her guinea pigs. All right. I'm sure I missed some comments there at some point, but man, you think I would have known that considering you messaged me about shipping fish, and I don't know. You know what? Guinea pig yourself. I don't know. No, I don't think you missed any comments. Well, whatever. I missed them in here. That's all that matters. I might have read them, but I still missed them. Guinea pigs are like test subjects. I get it now. I get it. I get it. The wheels turn slow, but they do turn eventually. Yeah, see, Aquatic Mog says I keep missing it, so I did miss it. I don't think I missed any Matthew Vargas super chats, which is some kind of record. When there's the popcorn. Dragon Lair says, don't feel bad, Aquatic Mile. He ignores 90% of my posts, but the 10% did get you a snake, right? You did get a sweet snake. I read the important one. Chevy Fish, this is always a fun stream. I love it. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. Gina French says, where's the likes, people? Oh, we got over 100 people here. That's pretty decent. You missed one, actually, but it's fine. No, I didn't. I got the 100. Oh, yeah, the puking. The puking. The puking. Curtis St. Martin, welcome. The first member of the week. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I hope that's correct and I didn't miss anyone on Monday. But this is me, so I probably did. I appreciate it, sir. There's some old member content if you want to go look at it. Wouldn't be a normal stream if you didn't miss one. I think the puking one is the only one I missed. Fish Dreams. Hello, Fish Dreams. All right. So, ideas for a 55-gallon rainbow fish. Rainbow fish. That's what my next video is about. Rainbow fish, as a matter of fact. Evan, it's hard to give suggestions because I don't know what you like. I could say rainbow fish and you might hate rainbow fish. I could say do African cichlids and you might hate African cichlids. So 55-gallon, it's a good sized tank. You have lots of room for a lot of fish. So yeah, just find something that you enjoy. Because again, I could tell you rainbow fish and you're like, okay, you could go buy rainbow fish with just out researching and just off my suggestion. And then like 2 months later, you could be like, man, I don't like rainbow fish. That jerk. So my advice, just research a lot. Research a lot. Mac Pacific Northwest says, well, why do my angels beat the crud out of each other after every spawn attempt? They're alone in a 37-gallon tank. That's pretty standard, man. Angelfish, when spawning, can be big jerks. Big jerks. A lot of cichlids are that way, as a matter of fact. Oh, excuse me. Chubby Guppy says, no one hates rainbow fish. There's got to be at least one person. As a matter of fact, that pestor I was talking about in Snohomish, one of the ladies that worked there was like, I hate rainbow fish. I don't like the little hump that they have. Their bodies look weird. So there are people out there that don't like rainbow fish. Just supporting my dude Steenfott. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it. Matthew, since you seem to be flush with cash, toss me some. Jeez. Suggestions for 29 gallons. I have no idea what that word is, or string of words, or series of words. Oh, s'il vous plaît. Never mind. See, I told you. They turn just really slow. One beta. There's a rainbow fish for everyone, really. Yeah, 29 gallons. Pseudomagil luminatus. amazing fish. Mitch says, I bought a beautiful piece of spider wood. It turned gray. Anyone know why and how to keep it from? So spider wood, a lot of weird things can happen to spider wood, but I've never heard of one turning gray. Are you sure it's not like just the fuzz? Because spider wood is famous for having that fuzz grow on it when you first put it in your tank. I love rainbow fish, but I hate that a lot of them are only pretty some of the time. Yep, but it does make a difference on where you get them from. So, like the goiter rivers I have, they stay colored up almost the entire day. What else? The parva I have stay colored up for probably like half the day. But parva that I've bought from like import parvas, they stay colored up for like a minute once you turn the light on. So okay, can I order some from you eventually? I actually have about a dozen Luminatus right now, but I don't know if I want to get rid of them because they're really nice. They're really nice, like pretty good sized, and I might be greedy. Oh man, I just learned that spiderwood is actually azalea roots. Weird, huh? I don't know if I said that word right. It's not the fuzz. Went through that. I've had it for a few months. Huh. I've never heard of it turning gray. I'm gonna have to Google that. Spiderwood turning yellow, black. Radiation from the sun's ultraviolet rays break down the lignin, I don't know if I said that right, and the cellulose, causing photochemical degradation, causing wood to turn silvery gray. So apparently there is some scientific reason. I don't know how you're getting sunlight, and maybe you're by a window, but how do you stop wood going gray? Any wood, even pressure-treated wood, will eventually dry out. Well, it's not turning gray because it's drying out. So, yeah, I don't know. Manes, tails, fur, and fins. Tips on learning how to ship fish. Well, I think I have three or four videos on it. Aquarium Co-op has done a video on it. Almost every like aquarium YouTube channel has done a video on shipping fish. I would watch them all and figure out which way is best for you. And honestly, the big thing is to keep it simple, right? That was my issue when I first started, is I was overthinking it. I was paranoid, when really it's as simple as putting fish in a bag, putting them in a box, and shipping them. It really is. You got to watch out for weather, obviously. But otherwise, whatever, you got to decide if you're going to use poly bags, if you're going to use breather bags, and that can depend on the fish. So there's lots of videos out there, and I would just watch them. A lot of people like breather bags. I use breather bags in certain situations. In certain situations, I prefer poly bags. So yeah. Matthew Vargas says, Bob, I'm getting a background, going to watch your vid on the 40 of yours necessary to silicone. Wait, I'm getting a background. Oh, is it necessary to silicone? It depends. Mine were very, very snug. So I did not silicone mine. They were very snug and they held in place without anything. However, if you have fish that you think are going to be able to squeeze behind there, it would take fry basically to do that. So a lot of people will tell you to silicone. I didn't, because I want to be able to remove it easily. Half of you are slackers. Please hit the like button. That's from Zen Ginger. I'm not calling you slackers. You did say it right. All right. There you go. Tips on learning how to ship fish. Go out there. I've had, watch videos. It's really not that hard. I've had spiderwood grow some random plant from it. I have no idea what it was, and I can't pull it off, so I left it. Hey, random free plants are always nice, right? Sucks no fish stores are getting new fish in. That's gonna change really recently, probably here in the next, probably next week. You're gonna start seeing fish again next week. Curtis says, I've had a piece of spiderwood in my tank and I finally started to get that fuzz on it. Took it out when I did a recent water change and sprayed it off with a hose. I mean, you could just get autos, bristlenose. They love that stuff. They love it. Yep. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. Gina French is paying me for you guys to hit the like button. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And hit the like button, please. Wonder where in China they're harvesting those azaleas, or do they farm them? I have them here locally. They're all over. They're actually, well, there's one small little secret spot in Washington that I know of, and then they're all over in Oregon. Like, they're everywhere in Oregon. Aquatic Ma with the deuce. Thank you. My autos love the fuzz. Yeah, that fuzz. Like if you, I wouldn't say go out and buy a fish specifically for the fuzz, but if you have another tank, with like some autos or a bushy nose pleco, just transfer it over there for a month or two, and they'll take care of it. I like power head magnets, silicone magnets in the corner. Oh, silicone magnets in the corners. That's an option. Redfin sharks love the spiderwood fuzz. Who doesn't love the fuzz? Oh. How big is your Mabu puffer now? Not very big. I have been feeding and feeding and feeding and feeding. And it just doesn't grow. I've been buying clams by the caseload. Now that, I mean, I get them at wholesale now. So I literally buy clams by the case, and this thing just doesn't grow. I would say maybe 12 inches, maybe. And I haven't seen it grow. It's probably been the same size for at least a year. Excited for you and Jimmy to make videos together again? Well, hopefully he'll have time. I mean, let's be real. He's getting a new, bigger, fancier job. He has a girlfriend. So hopefully just have time. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. Are there any fish that don't work with circle hooks? I have no idea what a circle hook is. Someone enlighten me. I don't know. What are the best tank mates for barbs? Bigger fish and fish that can take abuse, I would say. I'm really curious what a circle hook is. So Evan, just with tiger barbs, again, it's a fish that I've only kept for like 2 weeks. And actually, the 2 weeks I had them, I fell in love with them. I've never been a fan of tiger barbs until I ordered them for Zen Ginger. Oh, man. And then, I think I had them like 2 or 3 weeks in quarantine, and I did fall in love with them. But they are fin nippers, so circle hooks are for fishing. I don't know. This is a fish channel, but it's not a fishing channel. So definitely not smaller tetras, not smaller rasboras. I wouldn't put tiger barbs with anything smaller than they are. I wouldn't put them with anything long fin. Yeah, I would do like bigger cichlids. Just bigger fish, bigger barbs. More tiger barbs. Corey is gonna keep Jimmy hopping. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Having a hard time finding the Vehi fish. Any ideas, guys? They're fish are coming back this month. We're gonna get a lot more fish back in stock this month, so just keep your eye out. Obviously, it's a holiday weekend. A lot of stuff is closed tomorrow. So starting next week and the week after, you should start seeing a lot more fish. Okay, I'm going to put my rasboras with blue shrimp when I can get them. I think they're actually Phoenix rasboras. Got the tank maturing now. What kind of rasboras do I have? I don't think I have Phoenix. I have strawberry, chili, brilliant, neon green, neon blue. I think there's one more, but I don't remember. Scary Terry says, I want to get some Waru soon. That's an interesting fish. I don't know that I would ever own one. Not my style, but they're definitely cool. How do you feel about taking... Wait. How do you feel about people taking fish back to the store? I'm of the opinion that a pet is for life. I don't want to treat a fish as disposable just to cycle a tank. Well, yeah. So there's two scenarios there. If you're renting a fish, I don't think you should be doing that. That's stupid. Like a lot of people do that with Siamese algae eaters, right? They'll be like, and people give this advice a lot, and I can't stand it. They say, just get a Siamese algae eater, and when it gets too big, take it back. That really irks me. People that buy fish to cycle their tanks and then take them back, I think that's dumb. Just cycle your tank. Be patient. But as someone who has made some bad choices when buying fish, as far as like impulse purchases, when it's better for the fish to go somewhere else, then I think it should. Whether it's back to the fish store, for instance, I impulse bought an elephant nose fish, thinking that I knew a lot about them, except one very important thing is that they like to be in groups. They're social. I see all these videos on YouTube. People have like one elephant nose fish in their tank and that's it. And then I impulse bought it. I brought it home, then did the research, and ended up giving it away to a buddy of mine who had 4 elephant nose fish because I only had 1. So I think just making the correct decision for the fish long term is the right thing to do, even if it's giving it away or rehoming it. But as far as, like I said, the people that buy fish just to rent them, I think that's disgusting. It's good to see you. Need to get going. Please keep me posted when you will reopen. I want those Pseudo McGills and maybe some cherry shrimp and a shirt. Have a most super awesome day. Thank you, Duke Nukem. I appreciate it. Ever kept 3 spine stickleback? I have kept stickleback minnows, but I don't know if they're that. I don't know enough about them to know if they were this 3 spine. I don't even know what type of sticklebacks there are. So I caught some when I was hiking. They were like splashing around in a dried up pool, and I put them in my water jug, brought them home, put them in a 10-gallon tank, kept them for a little bit, and then let them go in my dad's pond, where they most definitely became fish food for other fish. But they would have dried out and died, and so either way, they might have made it, and they might not have. They might have made it. They might have been fish food. Either way, they definitely would not have made it if I let them dry up in that little pool. Thanks. I've been out of the hobby for 20 plus years. A surprising amount of YouTubers take fish back to the store. It irks me too. Yeah. Yep. And like I said, I've made impulse purchases. We've all done it. We've all got fish we probably shouldn't have. But as long as you do right by the fish, that's what's most important. But it's like I said, it's completely different going into a fish store knowing that you're going to be returning it, or, you know, that it's not going to work for you long term. But yeah, it's pretty annoying. Sounds like my girlfriend. I'm okay with wanting something new after a year. What? Dwayne says, I got clown killies and some other stuff in the mail yesterday, and I watched the killies drop eggs last night. That's pretty cool. And we got a $10 super chat from Katie's Almost Living the Dream. Any word on turquoise rainbows? I have a dozen turquoise rainbows. Haley is here. What's up, Haley? Excuse me. Oh, but out of the hobby, stay safe. Want to get some Waru. Bob's got a dwarf. I actually prefer them to be like the size of Little Steen than Murphy. They look so different. I mean, I'd rather have one that's Murphy size. I'd rather have an actual full-grown Mabu puffer. A lot of people say internal parasites, worms, things like that could be preventing it from growing, but I seriously, over the 3 years I've had it, have thrown so many medications at this fish. Man, I can't imagine it still having any type of worm or parasites. Poop looks normal, nothing. It just doesn't grow. And I think I overfeed it, to be honest. I feel bad for the store in those cases too. One of my LFS doesn't take any returns, maybe because of this renting fish. See, I don't know that I could do that. If I opened a store, I would take returns, because what's the other, what else are they gonna do? Flush it, let it go in the wild? They're gonna do something with it. So I wouldn't take returns, as in no refunds, definitely no refunds. I wouldn't have a live guarantee. Sorry, but I wouldn't. I think having like a 3-day guarantee, I think that's like the dumbest thing ever. So if I open a fish store, I wouldn't have any type of guarantee. Obviously, it would be like case by case, and I would probably help you out if you had issues. But if I sell you a perfectly healthy fish and then you kill it like within an hour, that's your fault. That's not my fault. And I would take returns, but I wouldn't give refunds. So if you want to bring back your fish, you can drop it off for free. And yeah, those would be a couple of my policies. Do we have an over/under on Chicago Aquashella happening? I bet it happens. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen. Dwayne says my baboo has grown quite a bit. Now that it's in a big tank, it seems to have stopped growing. I mean, that's kind of when mine stopped growing too. I mean, as soon as I put in that 240, it hasn't grown at all. Maybe I need to cram it back into a 40-gallon. I don't know. But it was in a 40-gallon, it was in a 75-gallon, and as soon as it went into in the 240, it quit growing. I don't know. I mean, outside of feeding it twice a day, which I have tried, but it doesn't always eat twice a day, and then I got clams in the bottom that I got to pull out if the other fish don't eat it. Sneaking in at work last minute. Hello, Ginger Graves. Broadway is closed till March 2021. That seems kind of dumb. Boy. Hey, Teresa. Finally made it to another live stream. Hello. G-Bear says, rope fish breeding yet? Dragon? Nope. G-Bear not yet, says Dragon. Scary Terry says, yeah, my LFS tries not to do trade-ins on freshwater fish because it's not financially smart for him. But he will on saltwater fish. Well, yeah, I mean, the price of saltwater fish. But freshwater fish, I would have no guarantee. Which I'm sure would make a lot of people mad. I mean, you could just go to Petco and they'll take any fish back, pretty much. Not me. I would sell healthy fish, and if you kill it, that's on you. Like, I'm not eating that cost. Any YouTubers going to Aquashella Chicago now that Bob and Jimmy are out? I think Jimmy's been out for a long time. It just happens this year to fall on my birthday, so I got family stuff to do. So I had to back out. But honestly, I mean, they just burned Chicago to the ground, so like, why would I want to go there anyways? Obviously I'm exaggerating. Do you know when there will be more info on the Knoxville thing? What kind of info do you want? It's going on. It's going to be the first weekend of October. I don't know if they've announced the place yet, but it is definitely the first weekend of October. I just don't know if they've announced. I know the location, but if James hasn't said it, I'm not going to say it. No other info though. It's definitely going to happen though. I can tell you that much. It's definitely going to happen. Just so it's the Saturday, Sunday, and just plan on that. It's definitely a go. Do you have any black sweatshirts right now, size medium or large? I don't keep any inventory at all. Do I have any black sweatshirts? And medium or large? No. They don't guarantee either, and they turned off their phone quite a while ago. What are you talking about, Barbara? What are you talking about? Zen Ginger says it's called Aquaticon. I can tell you that. Yep. Ginger says, Danny, the tub you set up rocks. It rocks her socks off. Mark's Aquatics gave Sand Creek Aquatics a shout out in his latest video. Nathan is now at 725 subs. Inching closer to that 1,000 mark. Well, shoot, I need a black sweatshirt and you need some merch. I would, I was going to say something that would sound weird, but I'm not going to say it because it would sound weird. Oh, Kevin, what's up, buddy? Jimmy agreed. Wait, what? What did Jimmy say? I'm sure there's still a ton going. Lots of fish tubers in Chicago already. Yeah, I don't know who's going. The last time I looked at the Chicago or the Aquashella website when it had who's going, it had Corey listed there, and I'm like, Corey's not going. Like, why is he on here? Let's see, Chicago. Well, the website's really slow. I hope this is not playing audio. Let's see. I don't see where they have like a list of people. Aquaticom, James is the one putting it together. I met him yesterday at a local shop. Let's see. Yeah, it has a lot of speakers to be announced. So they might not know yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, Mitch, definitely plan for Aquaticon. That is the one in Knoxville. First weekend. I'm trying to go. I have one issue to work out. So we'll see. Curtis says I didn't see anything on the website. That's why I asked. Yeah, their website is probably, I don't know. I don't know who does their website, but they probably need to dedicate someone to do it, because yeah, it doesn't get updated hardly ever, if at all. Maybe the Facebook group. Let's see. I don't know. Looks like they've done some live streams with some creators, but yeah, I don't know. Website, Curtis says website is terrible. It's slow, that's for sure, but it's got a lot of stuff going on, so I guess that's to be expected. The LFS, I guess too many dumb questions, so they canceled their public phone line. I wouldn't have a public phone line at all. Heck no. We just got some new design software that's pretty sharp. Should play around with merch design for the reopening. Do you want to play? So you want to play around with merch design? Like, I'm confused. Like my merch? I'm so confused. Oh my gosh, it's already a quarter after. All right, we're gonna go to 10:30. 15 more minutes. I will tell you, I know Co-op canceled their phone line a long time ago. I wouldn't have one. When you're on the internet, like the Co-op, they got a lot of weird phone calls, so you can't really blame them. Where did I already lost my stickers. Oh, here they are. You mean a sticker like... Oh, man. Like that? Boop. That is a Murphy sticker, but, you know, same fish. What I could do is I could, like, right here where it says Murphy, I'll just cut that off. and I'll be like, this is Little Steen. You never know the difference. Never, ever, ever. I'm new. What do you do? I do nothing. We need Danny Tubbing, merchant. Guys, I've been trying to talk her into starting her own YouTube channel forever. And for whatever reason, she doesn't want to. Which I'm okay with, because now I can put that content on my channel. So, yeah, I'm greedy. Merchant. Danny Tubbing, merchant. I tried. Like I said, I've tried to talk her into starting her channel. But she likes Instagram. And, you know, what are you going to do? I wonder what kind of software you got, though. Like, I can give you some vector files of my logo if you really wanted to play around with it. I need someone to film me. It is this job, this YouTube thing is way easier with 2 people. Way easier. Merch, who would want that nonsense? Everyone wants merch. I can't tell you how many emails I've gotten since I've shut down my website of people that can't buy shirts. I mean, Danny wants to buy a hoodie, can't do it. I might look back into Teespring. What was it, like 3 years ago? I had a falling out with Teespring when they were selling my stuff behind my back. So we'll see. The Teespring, I don't know. The quality of product I have on my website is better than Teespring. So I don't know. I just feel like I'd be going backwards. But the thing with Teespring is that it's partnered with YouTube. And so you could like just buy a shirt from the videos, which is nice. I will, and when I do, I'll have content for 100 videos at once. You probably already have content for 100 videos. Merch, who'd want it? Hey, autocorrect. Corey's Murphy versus Steen's Steen. Yes, it is better quality on your website. Yeah. So what do I go through? Printful. Printful is the company I go to, and they have some of the best, like screen printing. I don't even know what those machines are called, so I'm just gonna call it a machine, a screen printing machine. They have some of the best in the industry, so yeah, their stuff is far better than Teespring. I do some more like a video editor. I will edit videos for a fee. But only from the chest up, because that's all we see of Bob. What? Scary Terry says, I'd buy a hoodie with a rainbow fish on it. Rainbow fish. You can't see it because of the green screen. But that is a Herbert Axelrod eye. Buy a hoodie with a rainbow fish on it. Yeah. Unfortunately, it also says my name. Merch, who would want that? I hate autocorrect. Blah, 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 blah. All right, guys. In closing, I got a bunch of new hats. I don't know. Bob action figures. Only if it has the karate chop motion. Hacha, hacha. I will only do action figures if it has the karate chop. Or the Rock'em Sock'em robots. I would also license that merch. Any recommendations on fish keeping podcasts? The Aquarist podcast with Randy Reed is one of the only podcasts I know of. Bob has... Hey, you got a new logo. I don't like it because now I don't recognize you. CJ Black says, Bob has the best logo. That's why Teespring stole it. So my logo was actually designed by someone who designs merch for, or used to, for Harley Davidson. How cool is that? So yeah, I got really lucky, and I am forever grateful for Lon, even though you're not watching this, and you will probably never see it. I am insanely grateful. Hey, Veranda Guy. Hey, everyone. Sorry to be late. Hey, Bob. Hey, Veranda Guy. There's the Aquarist podcast. I'm sure there are other... Actually, I don't know. Are there any other fish podcasts? I don't know. I'm not much of a podcaster. Although, recently, I have been listening to a lot of podcasts. Like in the last week. So, I'm like just getting into that podcast realm. Jimmy Gimbal says, I am forever grateful of Lon. He lit a fire under me to create content on the tubes. Yep. He's just a really cool dude, and I wish he was still around. As in the community. He's still alive. No Jimmy of Aquarium Co-op without Lon. There you go. Yes, I finally figured out how to add a photo. It's my rescue dog. Well, now I know to look for the dog. Chevy Fish says, I feel Teespring is low quality, thin, cheap. I took them. So they still use, it depends. So as a Teespringer, you have an option to pick different styles of t-shirts. And some people pick the thin styles. Some pick the thicker style. So it's up to the person that sets it up. The thing that they did that I didn't like is that they sold my merchandise on the Walmart marketplace without letting me, and when I found out they were doing it, without notifying me, when I found out they were doing it, they wouldn't stop. And so if you bought like a Teespring t-shirt from like me, like going to my Teespring store, I think I made like $7, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. If you went to the Walmart marketplace where they sold it for way cheaper and bought it there, I would make less than $1. So their thing is like, oh, if it's on the Walmart marketplace, it opens up to this whole other, people. I'm like, no. That doesn't work for me. No, that's not happening. And so I canceled it. I canceled all of it. Shut down Teespring. And, yep. Q Aquatics, Susie Q says, my holiday starts now. James, you going live tomorrow so my careless butt can be there virtually. James with the deuce. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. The double deuce. That is the double deuce, the second one. I was listening to one of Corey's podcasts this morning. One of my earbuds fell out right into my goldfish pond. Oh, that is true. There used to be an Aquarium Co-op podcast, but no longer is there a podcast. So there's still probably old episodes of that out there, right? Isn't that trademark infringement? No, because it's buried into the terms of service somewhere on Teespring. And it's very annoying. Very annoying. I'm sad I can't be with y'all, but I'll be there in spirit. John Cox says, been lurking while working. Love the live streams. Thank you, my friend. They're a lot of fun. I wish I could live stream. If I could live stream every day, I would live stream every day. Even though if I live streamed every day, I'd probably be sitting here like this, like, so what are we going to talk about? Got nothing to talk about. Because even at 2 streams a week, it still gets that way sometimes. But it's still so fun. I love going on other people's live streams. I love live streaming in general. And yeah, I wish I could be like gamers. They stream like every single day. And it's not an issue because you're playing a game, so it's endless content. I don't know how to do that with fish. But the live streaming is definitely the funnest part of YouTube. I mean, look, we're hanging out with 150 fish nerds right now. That's pretty cool. It took a month, but I finally got my Swisky swag. Teespring is slacking. Everyone is slacking. It takes a really long time to get merch right now. Yeah. So, like Printful, Printify, Teespring, it's all like a month out right now. Every single one of them. Ginger Gray says, I love my Swisky shirt. Great design. Yeah, is it the original? Is it the original? The original logo? I want that shirt so bad. I am kicking myself for not getting one. I swore that I got one at some point, but apparently not. Fish nerd power. All right. Aquatic Moss says, I want the original too. Yeah. Big Steen is your gaming channel. Yes. Yes, that is me. And I forgot that Saturday is 4th. Normally I stream on Saturdays, but it's 4th of July, so probably not. Probably Sunday. Jimmy owes his original shirt. Owes? What? Forgot to close my window. Revenge of the Fish Nerds. That is my Facebook group, too. 14 more to 100. Make Candy happy. 100 what? Oh, likes? Guys, come on. Hit the like button. Come on. It's free. Hit the like button. Lame me. You should try out some new games. Yeah, the problem is... one, I don't want to spend money on games. And two, I don't have a lot of time to learn new games. I do, yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I sometimes go into like the Steam store and look through free games, but let's be real, they're free for a reason, because they're crap. Curtis Martin says, final poop of the day, but you forgot the turd, man. You forgot the deuce. Thanks, I appreciate it. $2 super chat, thank you. Co-op is never slacking. They had me my crap and remind me I forgot stuff too. Well, there you go. I will say the Final Fantasy VII Remake is a beautiful game if you're into those kind of games. Isn't that game like 20 years old? I feel like that game's like 20 years old. Final Fantasy VII. Boop, boop, boop. Final Fantasy VII is a 1997. Yeah. How? What? That game's like 100 years old. CJ Black says, I enjoyed Oregon Trail with you. I didn't really think that I would win the very first game of Oregon Trail. So I thought I would at least get a couple games in. But I made it on the very first trip. And Matthew Vargas died. He was the first to die. The original is 20 plus years old, but the remake just came out a few months ago. Okay, Final Fantasy VII Remake. This does not look like something I would be into, but I mean, I do play World of Warcraft, so it doesn't get much nerdier than that. For PS, oh, it's for PS4? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Rob from Flip Aquatics is streaming Warzone on Facebook. Yep, I saw that. I saw it. Bob kept trading the whole wagon. Hey, whatever I did, it worked. Like, I've never wanted that game as far as I can remember, and then I won on the very first game. So, what are you gonna do? Have you ever used a submersible pump for water changes? John McClane, that's all I used to use for water changes. I used a Rio, man, I want to say like 2600. I mean, I don't know. It was a Rio. There's like 100 different models of Rios, depending on how much water you want to move. But that is, in my opinion, when I had the fish room in my house, it was the best way to do it. It was way faster. Outside of like auto water change systems, submersible pumps, best way to go. Absolutely. Have I played any of the Call of Duty? I think the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is one of my most played games of all time. Black Ops 2, the new Warzone. I just can't get into it. I own it, and yeah, I just can't get into it. I like the story mode of those kind of games, but I couldn't get into multiplayer. Sitting here twiddling my thumbs, not into games. Yep. When people ask me questions about cars, a lot of people twiddle their thumbs. People ask me questions about games, a lot of people twiddle their thumbs. That's just, you know what? You guys ask questions and I answer them, regardless of the topic. I used a submersible pump to do water change just yesterday. Curtis St. Martin, there you go. It's just easy. It's just talk about it's just efficient, I guess. Versus like using a Python. I use a Python to refill my tanks. What about fish games? Are there any? Are there any fish games? I don't know. There's fishing games, which I wouldn't be opposed to. That sounds pretty chill though. It's a miracle. Yeah. Matthew Vargas died. You died in Oregon Trail. Yeah. I don't remember what you died of. I don't think it was typhoid. I think it was measles or something. Was it typhoid? It probably was. Have you tried out Ark Survival? No. I haven't tried anything. I recently heard of that, but there was a recent shark game. Yeah. The big issue is just having time to learn new games. Time is very limited right now. Very limited. My sunburst platies had babies. Congratulations, Earl. It's always fun. It's always fun when you get fry. Oh yeah, measles. Yeah, I thought it was measles. I thought it was. Gina says, we are a fish family, but we all have other hobbies. I love that you can get to know the person more. And that's kind of the way I look at it, right? My friends have hobbies I'm not into. My family has hobbies that I'm not into. But I'll still listen to them talk about it. I don't really care. Me personally, it doesn't really matter what it is. But if someone is very passionate about their hobby, I could listen to them talk about it forever. It's the passion that's addicting to me. So like when I go see my mom and she knits and sews all this stuff, like I don't care. Like I'm never gonna knit or sew, but she gets excited about it, and I get excited because she's excited. You know, you just feed off that energy, and that's what I get down on. Edward says, I just got yellow lab and multi babies yesterday. All right. Multis are always exciting. Everybody loves multis. I go back and forth in yellow labs. Like I'll go like a couple years of loving them, and then I get bored of them. A couple years later, I love them again. And then a couple years later, I get bored of them. Yeah. Yellow lab dog. No, yellow lab cichlids. I could be a dog. I'm assuming cichlids. The roommate and sequels are fun. No shooting though. Yeah, I'm not just like a shooter. Like StarCraft 2, I've been playing a lot more of lately. StarCraft 2. Really, the game's got to be like 8 years old at least. You have them in 4 tanks now? Wow. You have a nice colony of multis then. Yeah, multis are shell dweller, and then yeah, yellow labs are cichlids. Katie says, y'all made my work day go by fast and stress-free. Y'all. I know this is possibly unpopular, but I did think about breeding mollies as feeders, but I need to come up with a way of humanly euthanizing them that would still be safe for lizards to eat them. I don't know if you use clove oil. Is that, I wouldn't know like if that has any repercussions on the lizards. We still haven't reached 100 likes. What is wrong with you guys? What? I'm about to go like my own stream. Oh, never mind. I can't like my own stream anymore, and I can't super chat myself. What the heck is going on here? Freezing them is not humane, though. That's the problem. So, okay. So there's different schools of thoughts on this, but the one I believe in the research I've done by university, I think it was Yale, but I'm probably wrong, did a study on freezing cold-blooded animals, and they made the conclusion that freezing cold-blooded animals is the same as burning hot-blooded animals, if that makes sense. They said it was definitely not humane, and it was painful for the fish. I'd have to look that up. I think it was Yale, but their conclusion was that freezing fish is not humane. Freezing cold-blooded animals in general is not humane. That was their hypothesis, their conclusion, their study, all of the above. Katie dropping the deuce, thank you. Today I learned freezing them isn't humane. Never done it, at least. Thank you for that. Again, like, you go on like these old fish forums, you go all over the internet. Not everyone, but a lot of people say freezing fish is humane. Yeah, and I after reading the study, I don't believe it. But like anything in the medical, I guess I don't know, you can find it consider that medical, but for one study that says one thing, you can find another study that says the exact opposite. So who knows? Who knows? Boom, there you go. Thanks, guys. We hit 100 likes. Now I can finally leave. Holy cat. We got 162 people here. Okay, maybe I'll go to 11 just because there's a ton of people here. Unless you guys want to go now. Should I go to 11 or should we stop now? If you give someone alcohol first, it might be more humane. If you give them some alcohol, I don't know. As far as humane, I think clove oil is the way to go. There's lots of studies out there that will say clove oil is the way to go. So, getting it out Monday. It's too tough on the fish hobby because so much knowledge is shared is anecdotal. Yeah, but a lot of that, a lot of it is anecdotal, but still valuable, if that makes sense. It was a joke, yeah, no. MS222, that is what vets use. Easy to find online, humanely. MS222, I've never heard of that. Guess I'll have to Google it. The pond outlet, MS222. $210? What? Oh, $30. $30 for 8 ounces. Huh. Is a white powder used for anesthesia, sedation, and euthanasia of fish. Interesting. I am going to add this to my favorites so I can look it up later. Favorites. MS222. There you go. Okay, bye, Bob. All heading out to work. Have a good day at work, buddy. I've done the small dose of clove to make them loopy and then a large dose to put them under. Yes, clove oil will essentially puts them to sleep. Feeding them to another animal is less humane. Why be bothered by the method? Feeding them to another animal is less humane. I mean, that's the circle of life. I don't know. You guys can do whatever you want to do. I'll do whatever I want to do. And we'll all be happy. Clove oil does that. Yep. Wow. Nature isn't humane, so there you go. Yeah, I mean, culling fish, breeding fish to feed other fish, it's just, you're killing it either way. That's true. That's true. But if it's something that you can do humanely, why not do it humanely? Yeah, that would be my question, Chevy Fish. If you use clove oil, is that going to somehow get to the lizard? How long to black out a tank to get rid of cyanobacteria? Andrew, I've had it gone in 3 days. Up to a week, but 3 days is the fastest I've ever had it disappear. I think it kind of depends on how bad it is, but you can definitely go up to a week, and yeah, trust me, having your tank blacked out for a week is a lot better than having cyanobacteria forever. Brandon guy says, I use frozen rodents for that reason. They're humanely and safely euthanized. Ever see a lizard tear into a rodent while it's alive? Pretty brutal. You guys ever see a cat kill a bunny? Thanks to Danny, I have. That was brutal. They just sit there and play with it and toy with it for hours and slowly kill it over the course of like 2 months. It's brutal, man. But I think it's good to be as humane as possible. Yep, definitely. Yep, still here. We have a lot of people, so a lot more than I normally get on a Thursday. So we're gonna go till 11, and because we're having fun. I used to have a toothache. Okay. Anyways, fun fact: clove oil can also be a dental anesthetic in a pinch. Oh, that would make... Brian says enjoy. Yeah, anyways, Brian says enjoy your channel, man. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Duke Nukem says I went to my appointment and came back and you're still here. Yes. Good thing Lisa isn't here. Yeah. Everyone on vacation. I don't know how all these people... Oh, geez, Lisa's here. I don't know how all these people, all you people, get the day before the 4th of July off. When I worked, I don't think I ever worked a single job where I got the day before the 4th off. Ever. CJ Black says I can't watch a cat play with a mouse. Too brutal. I mean, yeah. I mean, cats are jerks. Let's be real. Dang. Non-critical. Busted. What about putting fish in a lizard water bowl? I don't know that there's a lot of fish or a lot of lizards that would actively prey on live fish. There is certainly a few. I mean, and snakes would, but I don't know. I'm assuming you're feeding them to ackies, which are desert species anyways. Blown Red 68 work. Just getting paid while I listen. Nothing wrong with that. I'm at my desk with my headphones in Friday on a Thursday. Whoop whoop. It looks like my Amazon puffer's teeth are too long. I've given him snails. I fear trying to trim them. He can slurp bloodworms. Amazon puffers, you really shouldn't have to worry too much about their beaks. That's one of my biggest fears with pufferfish is having to trim the teeth myself. If I ever came to that point, you better believe I'm calling Corey because I know he's done it. And I don't care what he says. I will go no matter to wherever he's at, and I'm like, you're helping me no matter what, because I'm not killing little Steen. If anyone's killing him, it's gonna be you. All right, I'm out of water. I officially cannot go past 11 o'clock without water. I'm not working, so I have all week off. Mainly insectivores. Yeah, that's what I figured. It could work. Steenfott Aquatics, yes, but even in the wild, they'll prey on aquatic creatures when they can get to them, especially, yeah, oh, crayfish. Man, I wish I could keep crayfish here. Tea tree oil works better than clove oil. Have used for euthanasia. Don't know about relative toxicity. Also better for teeth. Tea tree oil. I've actually never heard of that, using that either. Katie wants a dwarf puffer. Get an Amazon puffer. Amazon puffers are amazing, but seasonal, and you probably won't see them for a while. Maybe September. Ish. Maybe September-ish. If you love to Tennessee, you can keep crayfish. If I love the Tennessee, I could do a lot of things that I can't do in Washington, like afford a house. Tea tree is what's in Malefics, right? Curtis says, I've got 4 cats, 2 stray, 2 ferals, and they've been domesticated. Yeah. Just can't wait to get my serval one day. One day I will have my serval. Getting a 10-gallon today for pea puffers. I would highly recommend a 20-gallon long. But if all you have room for is a 10-gallon, get a 10-gallon. The Congo pot spotted puffer is 10,000 times better than the Amazon. I disagree. They're both equally awesome, in my opinion. The Amazon or the spotted Congo puffer is just more rare. They got to be coming down in price, though. A lot of people are starting to breed them. If they wouldn't wipe out my beneficial snails, Amazon puffers would be very high on the need list. Amazon puffers are one of the tanks, like in my dream tank scenario, like a huge tank with like 100 Amazon puffers. So I'd want like 1,000-gallon tank with a Mabu puffer and like 100 Amazon puffers swarming all over the place. I think that'd be awesome. I think that the Amazon puffer, like a full-grown Mabu puffer, not like little Steen. Maybe I jinxed my puffer by calling it little. I don't know, but like I think a full-grown puffer, a full-grown Mabu puffer would probably leave little itty-bitty Amazon puffers alone. I don't know. That's just my theory. It'd be a very expensive theory to test out if I ever got to that point, but I think it would be awesome. Yo. Loaches are good for snail control. That's true. That is true. Same with dwarf chain loaches. If you don't have the room for yo-yo. I have a small school of yo-yo loaches that I need to sell. Blue spot puffers are cool too. Used to have one in my there's so many cool saltwater tanks. Get out of here. You start talking about saltwater puffers. Yeah, there's so many cool saltwater puffers. That's not even fair. I love Bob Kaler's 2 puffers. I hope they breed. My dragon puffer is cool, but I don't like one fish tanks. Edward, I'm right there with you. Yep. Danny says, I want some spotted Congo puffers. What other name do they go by? Their common name is spotted Congo puffer. And I call them that because I don't know how to say shadont. It's like shadonte. I don't know. I can't say it. Brian says, it is true you taught Corey everything he knows. Absolutely true, except for trimming puffer teeth, because I already admitted to not knowing how to do that. But everything else, I taught him myself. Taught him everything I know. Everything he knows. I have a single yo-yo. Need to get him a couple pals. Yep, they love buddies. Mine are always schooling around together. It's really cool. Little shows. Did my audio geek out? Yes, it did. Thank you, Windows. It automatically does that for some reason. Steenfott Aquatics, I can get a 20, but I don't have the space. You're gonna make me get a 20 now. I'm just saying you're gonna have a lot if you're doing a group of pea puffers. You're gonna have a lot more success in a 20 long than a 10 gallon. Just saying. I found my pea puffers to be little murderers. Exactly why you want the extra floor space of a 20-gallon long. I bought 6 to help with my snails. They did one painful bite at a time. Then they turned on each other, which, again, is why a 20-gallon long would be better for a group of them. A group of them. So, yeah, you can do a 10-gallon. You could try it. But if you can make the room, right now the 20-gallon tanks are only $20, which is I get it double the 10-gallon tank, but still, I think you'll have a lot better chance of success on a 20-gallon long. Pea puffers work in a community tank. Yes, I actually have, and maybe it works because it's a 125-gallon tank. My 125-gallon nano fish tank, one of the few that are still set up in my old fish room. There is one lonely pea puffer that I somehow inherited from Jimmy when he moved, and I just saw it like 2 weeks ago, so it's still alive. Now, it might be picking off other fish, but there's a ton of other fish in there. Is a $1 per gallon sale going on now at some stores? I believe Petco is either starts this weekend, I think, or it started last weekend. Either way, it's really close. Really close. My pea tanks is planted, and that's another excellent point. Plant it. Get lots of like line of sight breaks. And then make sure you have lots of snails. Bob, did you kill Epstein? I didn't, but if I ever saw him in real life, I would, because he's a horrible, horrible person. But yeah, anyways. I actually have 4 pea puffers with some guppies and a planted 40-gallon breeder. See, that would work. 40 gallons. Even better. Even better. See, I think a lot of pea puffers would be awesome, but I think a lot of Amazon puffers has a higher chance of success. I mean, if you're talking about like a large group of puffers, obviously the best would be like a large group of little shows of Congo spotted puffers, because they're pretty much completely friendly. But who has $20,000 to buy a group of those at $200 a pop? Like, not me. Not me. The Chubby Guppy has 9 in a 36-gallon. Yeah, so I guess I should have asked how many pea puffers you wanted. You said a group. Man, I just feel like a group in a 10-gallon is kind of pretty small. Kind of pretty small. Because they're angry. They're really angry fish sometimes. Man. When I used to sell pea puffers on my site, I kept them, I would buy them, I think by the dozen. And I kept a dozen in a 20-gallon long. And I didn't have any issues then. So, yeah. I guess I should ask how many you consider a group. Grammar and spelling is hard. Sure. Definitely. English is not a very awesome language. What else we got here? Can you keep them in a planted tank? How many to a group? What are you talking about? Which ones? I've just talked about like 18 puffers. Manes, tails, furs, and fins says, don't forget to hit the like. See, we're back. Every time we get close to ending the stream, like 20 people join. I don't know what the deal is. I'm lucky all mine are super chill. Well, they got a lot of space too. 3 for a 10-gallon. That might work. You might be okay. If you can plant it, like I said, either with real plants, fake plants, whatever you got to do. The more line of sight breaks, the better. They can establish their own little territories. They each get a third of the tank. So that should work. That should work. I guess when I think of like groups of fish, I think like large like schools or shoals. So yeah, 3 in a 10-gallon. That's probably doable. Easily. I say easily, now they're all gonna murder each other, but you never know. You might just get that one super duper angry fish, and it's just gonna kill everything. It's a possibility. Got a lot. Yes, see? Reading is hard. Got a lot of Windalov to put in it. That's perfect. That's a really good plant for that. A Java Fern Windalov. When my peas see me, they all come from different areas of the tank in a big mass. That is the one cool thing about pea puffers, is once they figure out that you're the bringer of food, if you have a lot of them, I just know, like, so I quarantined mine for a month, so they definitely got to know me, and every time I came to the tank, it was just like, it was like bees. It was like, they all come to the front, and then you drop in the little bloodworms, and then they fight over the bloodworms. They're a really cool fish. Maybe I should, man, if I didn't put If I didn't just put those gudgeons in that 50-gallon lowboy, that would have been a cool fish to put in there, like a bunch of pea puffers. Cause I've got so many bloodworms, I don't even know what to do with them. Eventually, those gudgeons are gonna get like 7 inches, so they're gonna outgrow that tank. And maybe when they outgrow it, maybe I will buy like 20 pea puffers to throw in there. That could be fun. Single pea puffer in my 38-gallon heavily planted tank. That's like me with the 1 pea puffer in the 125. All hail the bringer of food. I love my pea puffers. I was behind about 28 seconds. Sorry, I reloaded the stream though. Okay. I think mid-July. What? Oh, the $1 per gallon sale. It's normally on for the 4th of July. There might have been some delays with the current state, but Petco $1 per gallon sales. Well, we know that's not accurate. It might be mid-July. Let's see. Well, that's good. I got nothing. But it's every 3 months, so it's got to be pretty soon. Hope your site is stocked up good. It will be good enough. It'll be good enough. I mean, things are gonna sell out fast because... Okay, probably not good enough. Things might sell out fast, but rainbows aren't the most popular fish, so it generally takes a while for me to sell out of rainbows. So I just want to get my favorite fish, my male Congo spotted puffer, a girlfriend, but can't afford it. Females are larger and more outgoing. Man, it would be a fun fish to breed. I don't think I have that skill set though. Probably out of my wheelhouse right now. If they're anything like mine, I'm sure it's a sight. A sight. Ours started on Father's Day for $1 per gallon. But what store? I think that's not Petco though. That's that other store. Chevy Fish says, I just got off the phone with Petco. She said they're getting tanks in, but still don't have word of the sale. Yeah, that's how I know it's got to be this month because the Marysville Petco has pallets of tanks, and the only time they get that is when it's $1 per gallon sale. So it's got to be. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I guess if that person was telling the truth, they would already have this weekend's flyers, so they would know it's not this weekend, so maybe next weekend. Chubby Guppy says Petco. Well, there you go. Petco, $1 per gallon sale. Mitch says 7/12 to August. Yeah, see, it'll definitely be. It's this weekend or next weekend or the Chubby Guppy, wherever you are, it's already there. Someone shared the ad on Facebook group for Petco. Well, Petco. Let's just look at their little circular flyer. Right now on mine, that is a negative because the kits are on sale. When the kits are on sale, the $1 per gallon is generally not going. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm calling it right now. Either this weekend or next weekend, it'll start everywhere. If it's not already started, but it's not because it's not on the website. Aren't the sales different for different parts of the country? Normally not, because, well, I mean, anytime the $1 per gallon sale is on, it's on the website, which would make, if it's on the website, that means it's nationwide. So it might be different and just not nationwide yet. What is it? Petland. I think Petland has a $1 per gallon sale. So if there's Petcos in the same vicinity as a Petland, they might be matching the $1 per gallon sale. That might be going on. But once they're $1 per gallon on the website, that means they're $1 per gallon everywhere. So just keep looking at the website. But anyways, that's gonna do it. That was a very fast 2 hours, and there are a lot of people to thank. Everyone, for one, thank you all for coming and hanging out. Lurkers as well. Moderators, definitely. I do not thank the moderators enough. And then also Fish Tank Barn, Joe Campbell, Curtis, Fish Room Fever, Jobs Aquarium, Fish Tanks, James, Curtis, Matthew, Oscar, Mike, Joe, Curtis, Aquatic Ma, the Zen Ginger, Matthew Vargas, T-Shot, Matthew Vargas, Curtis, Gina, Matthew Vargas, Curtis, Matthew Vargas, Gina, Aquatic Ma, Katie's Almost Living the Dream, Fish Room Fever, Curtis, Katie's Almost Living the Dream. Thank you for the super chats and the super stickers. I appreciate it. I have to find a Petco. A tornado took mine out earlier this year. Holy smokes. Guys and gals, I hope you all have an amazing holiday weekend. I hope you all show up here Monday with all your limbs intact, not saved in the freezer. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. I hope you all, again, have a great weekend, and come back Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific, and talk about something. I don't know. Fish.